Was those 3 years enough for a rest?
Yeah, I mean, we both didn't really intend it to be so long. You know, we do things very honestly and organically. I mean, we didn't even ever plan to even have a band. You know, so, but I mean, our original thing was like, all right, we'll take a year, do our own stuff, like take a break, and it just kind of turned out to be 3 years. And then it took another 1.5 years for the new record to come out. So, I mean, we've actually been like playing music.
Did you need to get used to each other again?
It was not very. Didn't.
Was it automatically?
Kind of happened, you know. I mean, we're like brothers, so. And for whatever reason, the chemistry in our lives, like they. Just, I mean.
Because you've been playing together since you were really young. I read somewhere.
I think we had our first band when we were 12, something.
You were learning with each other then.
I guess so, yeah. But I mean, we've been so close and have like a similar, just have that kind of some weird artistic connection. I don't know how to describe it. I don't really think about it, you know. But for whatever reason,
does this make them making the music together easier?
Yeah, I think
you
so.
Feel each other like this?
Yeah.
Do you have arguments sometimes about I want this this in the song? And
yeah, I mean.
Can you give an example?
Not really, because you know they're not really arguments. They're constructive things, criticisms, supporting statements. You know, like hypotheses. I mean. Like anything, a song grows, and it grows with the individuals. So you have to learn how to do that. So in some ways, it's actually kind of harder that there's only 2 of us in the band because we're very limited that way, you know. So it's like really easy and really hard all at the same time.
Yeah, you're also dependent on each other in moods and in how good.
And that can be something that you have to learn how to understand what to do with, you know. It's like any sort of, you know, like it's like any relationship in life, you know. It's almost like some sort of weird romance or something like that, you know.
Bromance.
Bromance, yeah. Non-sexual bromance.
Do you both write the lyrics, or is it?
No, Adam writes the lyrics.
Adam writes the lyrics?
Yeah.
Do you know why most of the songs are quite dark, like Decay and Winter's Youth, and they're mostly about someone dying, I believe, or at least saying goodbye.
Yeah.
Why is this a theme in this way?
Well, I mean, I think that a lot of our songs have a bit of a intense approach, subject matter, but with this record specifically, I mean, Decay was my song in the sense that I wrote the lyrics. That's the only song that I've ever written the lyrics for on any of our records. But if you take both experiences, like with Decay or like Winter's Youth, or Memories, I think that there's a definite like period of dealing with that kind of subject matter, you know, in our off time. And I think that in some ways, like, a lot of the songs have this kind of ingredient because it's what we were coming out of a little bit in our own different lives. A very similar thing and very, very different at the same time. But there's a lot of transition and change and death, metaphorical and literal death. So.
And while you perform, do you still think about these things in your own life?
Sure. Yeah.
Does it give you extra power or extra energy to play it in this way?
Maybe that's, I mean, but I don't know, for whatever, maybe that's why I tend toward music or something, because maybe, or why we both do, because maybe that's something that is on our minds a lot, you know, and it's the only way to express it. You can't, like, go to the bank and put on a tie and go to work and express that kind of experience. I mean, you can, But maybe, yeah, I don't know. I've never really thought about it, but maybe it's part of it. You know, maybe it is on our minds a lot. Definitely through the songs, it's pretty telling.
Okay, we'll just about round it up then. Let's see. You said about the 3 years apart and then
Yeah.
now back together again. Do you plan to do this for, let's say, the next 5 years or 10 years or 20 years? Or are you thinking about, well, this time is okay and then it's done and we'll stop?
No, that's not actually it at all. I mean, again, if you're, excuse me, if you were to look at the break as a bit of a kind of a coming of age, right? I think that we feel even more energized playing again. And back to what I was saying before about like the hard time or whatever, like with our band, music has always been a bit of like a savior, you know. It's just what it was for us when we first started playing, so that's kind of like what this record is. It kind of like both sort of saved us again, you know, and we're actually, I mean, yeah, we're gonna continue.
Continue being saved.
Yeah, hopefully.
And
when we have, you know, we want to record another record soon. So.
You said the break was a coming of age period.
Yeah.
Did that affect your music?
Absolutely. I mean, if back to that question, I think that there's anything of like telling of like a different direction. It's just it's a bit of a life direction, you know. And that's, again, our music has always been a bit of that, you know. It's been a bit of, it's that saving quality that helps you with direction, you know.
Do you want to bring this across to the audience or to the fans?
I mean, I hope that it translates in that way. Because we're all just trying to survive, you know. So, and the music in general has saved both of us, and so it continues to do so. So hopefully, I would only be honored if our music would do the same. It's a continuing of the story.